today we're going to see if we can take the Templar X on the interstate, see how well it does, see if it can keep up with traffic, see if it feels safe, all that good stuff. And with that being said, I mean, let's just hop on and get to it. This bike is definitely not made for the interstate. I see a lot of comments though in all the groups, be it the Hulk groups, the Templar groups, or any other Chinese dual sport group, asking, can I take this on the highway? Guys, why are you buying these bikes with the idea of going on the highway? That's just not smart. These are slow dirt bikes. They're not cruisers, they're not sports bikes. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. Also, don't tell your mom before you're going to do an interstate run on a dirt bike. Burst your bubble and tell you no, the Templar is not good for the interstate in its stock form. Maybe if you adjusted the sprockets, you'd be doing a little better. A green light just for us. Oh, it turned yellow. Let's go. But yeah, I mean, if you got to do a short stretch of interstate, sure, you could probably do it. But I mean, as you've seen, I mean, I had it full beams, full throttle, 6 gear. Jesus, fuck, it scared the shit out of me. Sorry, Jesus. Sorry, Jesus. That scared the crap out of me. Did y'all see that? A tree, a dude taking down that tree, that thing almost came down on me. See, Mom, you didn't have to worry about the interstate. You got to worry about trees falling on me. Alright, now this is where this stuff belongs, right? Back dirt roads, stuff like that. Let's get over here so we talk about it. I just want to talk about the delusion that is Chinese dual sport on the interstate. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying you're all delusional. All I'm saying is that if you're behind a Chinese enduro street and trail bike, a literal dirt bike, with the thought of, hey, I need to go on the interstate, you probably shouldn't. You should probably get something else, because this is going to disappoint you. And there's tons of other good bikes in your price range that are just slightly used. They'll do you a lot better than the Hulk would, or the Templar would. The Templar is a dirt bike. This is where it shines. back roads, off roads, you know, city commuting if you want to. I still think that's kind of a stretch with the stock tires and stuff on it. But I've seen people supermoto them, and they take it and they put like Ninja 300 tires and wheels on them. And, you know, at that point, I'm sure they're fantastic for the street. But these guys will never be, again, I'll repeat, will never be machines meant for the interstate. I think even if you change the sprocketing, you put sprocketing, you put a nibby carburetor on there and all that good stuff, sure, you might be able to hit 70, but I mean, you're full gunning it at 70, guys. If you need to get out of the way of something, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So like something like my CF Moto 650 NK, I mean, I think tops out 120 miles per hour. When I'm going 70 miles per hour, I pull down on the throttle and it shoots off. You know, it's a rocket ship. And so I can get out of the way of stuff. But this guy, even if you do all the modifications, I mean, I'm not sure how fast we went on there. If I'm not mistaken, it was right at about 65 miles per hour is the fastest we got it to. But the speedometer on the bike was reading 70. I think it was reading like 72 or something like that. So, I mean, that could confuse a lot of people and be like, oh man, my Templar is going 70, right? Your Templar ain't going 70. Your Templar is about 10% off in terms of how the throttle is. So whenever you're going what you think you're going 70, take 7 miles off of that. That's how fast you're going. This is where this bike shines. Nice back road, which eventually leads to a dirt road that we're going to go up and over. These bikes are fantastic bikes, guys. You can't make them something they're not, though. And I know that might sound like the bearer of bad news, or like I'm being the bad guy, or maybe y'all think I'm just stupid. And maybe you're right, you know. I mean, with enough money and anything, I mean, you can make it whatever you want. So don't let me crush your dreams if you want to buy a $2,500 bike and put another $2,500 in it to change the motor and do all that stuff to make it, you know, interstate worthy. But you know, don't expect me not to look at you and be like, well, you know, there's probably a cheaper and better method to doing what you're doing. Because, I mean, for $2,500, guys, you should be able to find a used Ninja 300, probably even Ninja 400. I mean, I bought my CF Moto 650 NK 2 years old with 750 miles on it or so for $3,500. So if you save up just a little bit more money than the Templar X, then I mean, you can get you a real roadworthy bike. But if you're wanting a dirt bike, this is a fantastic dirt bike for the price. It's hard to beat. That's why I bought it. I didn't buy it with unrealistic expectations of what it can and can't do. I bought it knowing exactly what it is, what it's made for, and how it works. Well, I guess a little bit, right? Because I didn't realize it didn't have a fuel gauge, and I didn't realize it didn't have a steering lock, but those are things that are really a non-issue. So I'm not too worried about that. And you know what? Most dirt bikes don't have fuel gauges. Most dirt bikes don't have steering locks. So I think my points still stand. They repaved this road since last time I've been out it. This road used to be a mess. If you go out this road a good bit, which we're going to go all the way, you eventually get to Scary Creek Paintball, which is, I used to play paintball a lot. I still have a bunch of paintball gear. I just never had the time to go play paintball. But I'll probably get back into it here come the fall and winter, you know. I'm a big boy. I get heated up pretty easy, so if it's cool outside, it's a lot easier for me to play. Again, I don't want to say that this thing's slow, because for a 250cc carbureted 4-stroke dirt bike, I mean, I think it's got quite a bit of get up and go to it, and I think you can get more get up and go out of it. Or, I mean, it's got 19 horsepower stock. So I don't want to talk it down in any means, but it's a fantastic dirt bike. It's every bit just as quick. I'd say it's honestly quicker than my old TTR 220. It's a hell of a lot quicker than my TTR 125. And it feels a good bit more power than the Hulk X 250, or Hulk 250X, however you want to say it. Which I think the Hulk 250X is running 14 horsepower, so I mean that makes a difference. We got 5 more horsepower, so it should make a difference, and it definitely does. I mean, I can feel it when I'm riding it. Especially, I've done a couple little hill climbs with it off camera, and it seems like even second or third gear, I mean, it can climb a hill pretty well, whereas the Hulk, you always had to gear down. You see these leaves on the road? It's been raining today, so those leaves, those things are slick as ice. You gotta watch out for them. Motorcycle back there had a cover on it, but looks like the cover got blown off with the wind. If we still lived in a world where everybody didn't instantly think the worst of each other, I would have pulled over and put that cover back on that bike. But then, you know, somebody might come out and be like, "You trying to steal my bike?" I'm like, nah. Which, I mean, I don't blame them. That's the thing. That's the same thing I would think. It's hard to be neighborly these days, unfortunately. Although we still try our best, right, guys? That's all we can do. Look how beautiful this area is. Now, cell phone coverage gonna be good out here? No. Is internet gonna be good out here? No. Cable gonna be good out here? No. Shit, your power's probably iffy out here at that, you know? There's the sign. Look at it. Scary Creek Paintball. What is today? Alright, today's Tuesday, so they're definitely closed. They're only open on weekends. I think they used to be open on Mondays when I was a kid. There it is, where that's actually their house where they live. Oh, a bunch of horse poo. There's the paintball field. Kind of get an idea. Very cool place. And now we're back on dirt road where this thing shines. Doesn't look like it's gotten too wet around here. I'd be riffing up this a lot more if I had my boots on and gloves on. But I honestly, when I left the house, I wasn't expecting to come out here. I was expecting just to end it at that little train trestle thing up there. Or not train trestle, you know what I mean, a little dirt spot we hit before. But I want to show y'all that there isn't, you know, the Templar X isn't bad by any means, as long as you get it knowing what you're going for. I'm just, it's like I said, it just seems like so many people buy these things or buy the Hulks with the intentions of going on the interstate, and that's just not what these things are meant for, guys. Like I said, if you want to throw a bunch of money into it, sure, you can get it to go a little over 70 or 70, but at that point you should have just bought a street bike or a bigger street and trail bike, right? Dual sport bike. I've rode a DRZ 400 before, but I've never like seen how fast it went, like top speed. But I mean, it had a lot of power on the low end, so I would assume it might do the interstate well. The KLR 650 and stuff definitely should. So this is a big hill right here. It's hard to tell. We're down in third gear. We'll have to see if we have to go any lower. Yeah, I'll put her in a second. Try not to skid out because I got my good shoes on. Don't want to put my feet down. Alright, now we're back in third. Still cruising up the hill. It's not nearly as steep here as it was back there. Second around the turn. I smell wacky tobacco. Or a dead skunk, one of the two. You always want to use your gears to help you get down hills like this, because if I were to slam on the brakes, look, I mean, I'm just skidding the whole way, right? But if you get some pressure with your gears, you don't even have to press the brakes. They'll just take you down easily. Wet road with wet leaves. Now in my last video, I told y'all I would try that Interstate thing with this bike, so we tried it, we got that out of the way. That doesn't mean I got the nibby carb yet. It just means I was off today, and I was bored. I wanted to show y'all something. Just know what you're getting. If you're getting a Hulk or you're getting a Templar, make sure you get it with the right mindset that you're getting a dirt bike. You're not getting a street cruiser. You're not getting a fast ninja or something like that. You're getting a dirt bike or a dual sport that can get you to the trails, that can get you to work, as long as that doesn't require, 60 miles down the interstate. As long as you just work, in the same town that you live in, you should be fine. And overall, you're getting a very nice little reliable bike. Now, I can't speak for the reliability of this bike, but I can for the Hulk. Because, the Hulk, shit, I think it has over 3,000 miles on it now. I could be mistaken, with no major problems with it at all. And I'll be honest with you, from everything I've seen, the makers of the motor that goes in this bike, the Zongshin, they're very well known. So I don't think we're gonna have any problems out of this guy either. Although we're only at 115 miles now, I don't anticipate, as long as we take care of it, do proper maintenance, do proper break-in all the way. Of course, taking it on the interstate's probably not proper break-in, but I think we're over the point where, we can give her the beans a little bit. So that's good. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you watching. Please drop a like, a comment, and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos on the Templar, or even 650 and K, or fishing or anything like that. Appreciate you watching, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.
Spend my days doing nothing.
Tell that shit.
When I could do something.
Tell that shit.
But I don't wanna fucking be here.
Tell that shit.
But I don't wanna fucking be there.
Tell that shit.
But I think I gotta get out of here. I could change my fucking life with a new atmosphere.
Tell that shit.